Back to our top story today as we get reaction to the death of O.J. Simpson at 76. It's an interesting legacy that he left behind. Forensic pathologist for Michael Baden testified as a defense witness for O.J. Watch this.
Had cut himself, wasn't quite sure how he cut himself, and noticed he had been bleeding but didn't know how it came about.
Dr. Baden joins us now. He is a Fox News contributor. Dr. Baden, good to have you with us. You've covered so many cases with us over the years, but this was the first time I think most people became familiar with you. You were with O.J. on the day of the Bronco chase. Tell us how you ended up there and what you remember about that day.
Yes, I was called around midnight by Bob Shapiro, who was O.J.'s attorney, to come with Dr. Henry Lee to visit the scene of death and to possibly do a re-autopsy. The body was released before a re-autopsy could be done, but the medical examiner's office gave us all the materials that they had found in the days before. And we met O.J. Simpson at Kardashian's house, where he was awaiting being a warrant for his arrest from the district attorney. So Bob, the attorney Shapiro, asked us to examine O.J., to take whatever evidence that we might need that might be useful in the forensic examination. And we examined it. O.J. took various material from his body. And the one thing that was very apparent to me as a physician was how depressed he was. And when the first contact we had with the police told him that he had to be put on suicide watch immediately when they took him into custody.
Did he seem to you like someone who had just murdered his ex-wife? And I know that you testified during the trial that you didn't think that one person, based on the cutting of both throats and all of the stabbing, that one person alone could have done these crimes.
No, I didn't. We can't tell the number of people it was that caused death, but he was very depressed. I can't tell if the depression was because he did harm or because he missed his wife. I mean, he was married to his ex-wife, whether or that the police were going to get a warrant to get his arrest. But when Dr. Lee and I examined him, took forensic evidence, warned the attorney that he was very depressed and whatever the reason, and should be put on suicide watch. The police came, and minutes after we had examined him, he disappeared. He suddenly left on the Bronco, and the police initially thought that Dr. Lee and I were complicit in his disappearance. And when he finally released us about 2 hours later, Larry King got a hold of me and went over the Bronco chase with him. And there was very much concern that he might hurt himself, whether it was because he felt guilty or he was just sad and very upset at the death of his ex-wife.
Yeah, it was a stunning afternoon, and we all remember thinking that he wanted to take his own life at that time based on what he was saying and what we could hear from A.C. Cowlings and the rest. Extraordinary to look back at this case that riveted the entire nation. Dr. Baden, thank you very much for being with us today. Good to have you with us.
Thank you, Martha.
We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.